estamos aquí guarachando, descargando. ¡Ajá!
Good morning, people. Well, good afternoon. Once I figure out how to fix this background. All right, there we go. Now we got the background fixed. Y'all can probably hear thunder and lightning outside. It is another thunder and lightning day in Tampa. It is what it is. But I had a good week, good month, feeling good, looking good. Yeah, for all the ladies, look at this beautiful face. Oh, yeah. But recovering over from a cold. And so my voice is almost back. So all the troll voices, they'll be back soon. But anyway, tonight's topic, this might be a short show. It's going to be very simple. I want to know, why should somebody listen to you? Or who are you listening to, and why are you listening to them? But for those of you who didn't see the preview, I'm going to show the video. I'm going to show a preview. Then I'm going to drop the link. And if people want to come up and we can talk about it, let's talk about who you're listening to, why people should listen to you. But without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to the guest of the show. He's a very good-looking man, 6 feet tall, goes to the gym, nice shoulders and everything, good used car salesman, politician smile. His name is Scam Likely. Welcome to the stage, Scam Likely. The floor is yours. Good evening, people. Scam Likely back again. Told you I'd be back. And today I just want to talk about why should I listen to you? This is more towards the influential people, the guiders, the leaders, the supervisors, the parents, people who are actually talking to people and they want people to listen. I want to know, why should I listen to you? Should the first reason that I should listen to you be because I don't, you're going to shame me? If I don't listen to you, oh, you're doing it wrong. You're not right. How come you won't be like your brother? How come you won't be like them other people over there? Is that how you're going to treat me if I don't listen? And I should listen to you because of some system or some kind of thing that I should be following, that I'm supposed to know what it is. And if I don't do everything that way, then it's just wrong. And I should be shamed, blamed, and no, you're just not doing it right. Should that be a reason I should listen to you? Or deadly force. 5-year-old child, should they listen to the parent? Say, boy, if you don't listen to me, boy, whoa, I'm a knocked up. Or I'm going to fire you. Tell your employees, if you don't here on time, I'm going to fire you. I didn't ask you no questions. Do what I say. Blah. Is that why I should listen to you? Because if you don't, you're going to go straight to inflicting consequences. So somehow the system is right. You don't do it, wrong, consequences. A to Z, 1 to 10. Could it be anything in between? I don't know. Why am I not listening? Or should I listen to you or I'll be neglected? Is there a standard within this organization or whatever it is that you're working with where if I don't comply with everything that you say to do, I'm outcasted? If you're going to be a part of this, you got to do it my way or the highway. Or the 7-year-old child, do this or go. You're not a part of this family anymore. That 17-year-old, you outcast that new person into your organization. Do it or be outcasted. You're not one of us. You're not a part of this organization because we do things like this. Is there anything missing? Critical thinking, innovation, questioning, understanding, relationship building? Maybe some of these things are missing. I don't know. Or should I listen to you because you hold a title? I'm the parent, you the child. I hold the title, you do as I say. When you become a parent, you do it however you want to, but me, my way. Hurrah! Or, hey, I'm the coach. This is my football team. I'm the teacher. This is my classroom. I'm the husband. Yar, I'm a caveman, and I was the leader. Do as I say. Don't question, don't ask me why, because I said so. I got the title. So should we, as followers, go to look for people who hold titles, and because they hold the title, they are automatically correct, and that is the people we should listen to. And they tell us, hey, do you know who I am? I'm sus- I'm, I'm Coach Smith. I'm your daddy. You better listen to me. You know who I am? I brought you in. Y'all know the rest of it. Or should we listen to people because they talk a good game? Some people are, they talk a good game. Hey, I'm a pro. I've been doing this 7 years, bro. I've been in this. I'm a pro. I'm good at this. I've been there. I've been where you are. And they're talking, and it sounds pretty good. It's pretty smooth. Man, I'm gonna take you under my wing. I'm gonna show you the way. See, I've been where you are. I know what it's like, man. You see, but you got to listen to me, not them other people. Listen to me, man. I'm the man. I got you, bro. Be careful. I'm not telling y'all yes or no. I'm just saying. Or should you listen to someone because they are professional? They know what they're doing. Hey, I've been doing accounting for 7 years. Look at my statistics, look at my accounting, look at my credentials are right there. I'm an attorney. I've been a parenting for 18 years. I got 7 kids. Well, where are the kids at? Oh, don't worry about that. But I've been parenting. I am there. I hold the title. I've got experience. I've been selling cars for 7 years. You can trust me because I got the title. I'm XYZ certified technician. I've been working on these cars for 8 years. Should I listen to you based on your actual credentials, titles? Or should I listen to you because you're willing to help? Hey, man, I got you. I'm here for you. Whatever you need, call me anytime. Man, oh, what's wrong? Oh, man, call on me. I'll be there for you, my brother. I will be there. Oh, woman, come follow me. You should get with me because I'm consistent. I'm going to be there for you. Oh, yeah. Or interpersonal skills. Hey, we're a team. You know what? I'm gonna show you some of me, and then you're gonna show me some of you. We're gonna work together on this. We a team. We're a part of this. I'm gonna be a part of you. I'm invested in what it is that you got going on. We a team. We family. We brothers. We frat brothers. We co-workers. We come in this together. Be careful. Or should we listen to a combination of things? The most influential person that you know. Why are they very influential? How about the person coming and say, hey, my brother, come here, sit down, have a seat. Tell me about what you got going on. I'm gonna share with you a couple of experiences that I went through that were similar, or my cousins have went through. And we're gonna have a conversation. I'm gonna guide you through this. So tell me more about your problem. Okay, okay, really. See, when I was your age, I had a problem similar, just like this. And what I learned was, or what I experienced was, or what I didn't do was, start using some influence. Or hey, I believe in myself. I've been through this and I've actually overcame it. I'm gonna show you how I overcame it. And I believe in you too, because I see you got potential. I see that you're actually trying is the reason you reached out for help. So we're gonna get through this together and I'm gonna guide you through it. I'm gonna show you some live examples of people who went through the same problem that you did. I'm gonna provide you with some resources that probably can help you with some of the little problems, but it's up to you to do the work. But I'm gonna be there to help guide you. And trust me, when you conquer this, you're gonna feel like a champion. Just like I feel like a champion right now when I conquered my problems. But I wasn't always a champion. I was just like you. But I'm here to help you. Ladies and gentlemen, you get to decide who you get to listen to. This is just information, but we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. I'll be hosting the show. It's probably going to be this Sunday night, February, whatever it is, probably 9 p.m. Thank you all for tuning in. Scam Likely Show is back. That was a good looking dude that was talking. I'm just saying. Yeah, y'all know my technology game is not on point. It probably is not going to be. But anyway, that was some real deal stuff he was pitching. Man, that was a knowledgeable dude. But at the end of the day, I'm dropping a link. Anybody that wants to come up, this probably be a short show. Be curious to hear what Sophisticated Jerk got to say about it. But at the end of the day, we get to choose who we get to listen to. We get to choose how we get to talk. Everything is based on choice nowadays. Though that people who talk to you in certain kind of ways mentally sometimes want to restrict you of choice or criticize your choice and get you to thinking in some kind of default mode. But my personal opinion, I always have a biased opinion. I know I'm supposed to be the moderator and the host and everything. I'm supposed to be all unbiased. I'm not. I'm biased. Here's the deal. And one kind of way you should listen to all people, I'm gonna bring you up in a minute, Jerk. Because you get to decide what information you get to take in. You get to decide what you get to do with it. And you get to decide what you want to discard and throw out. And it's your choice of how and why you decide to listen to who. That's your choice. But I'm gonna bring up some guy who actually looks like he knows what he's talking about most of the time. And I actually do listen to him when he's talking. Without further ado, Sophisticated Jerk. Welcome to the stage. What's going on?
Nothing much, man. I just think you a little crazy now. You just confirmed that you listening and stuff. So no, man. Not like the video, man. You was definitely on to something. So what you saying? You should take like a combination approach? Is that what you think is the best method?
Me personally, opinion, biased opinion. You should develop your critical thinking skills or have already developed enough critical thinking skills to sort through and decide who that you actually like, respect, fear, whatever your motivating factors are of who you choose. You should put your pride to the side in case there's some information you're hearing that you don't want to hear. But you should have some kind of goal, some kind of structured plan you're trying to get to. And if the information applies, take it, apply it, do what you do. Move yourself out the way. And unless it's, but trust me, I understand bad delivery. I understand bad character coming with bad delivery. I understand that part. But at the end of the day, you're responsible for the decisions that you make. And you're responsible for the information that you receive and the opportunities that you're given. That's my biased opinion.
I agree.
Well, yeah, first, should I listen to you?
I would say yes, definitely biased, but yeah, I was.
Y'all see this? Should I be listening to this man while he's talking? What y'all got? Should I listen to you, Jerk?
I would say yes. I definitely, I think so.
Why?
Well, because one of the reasons I would say you could listen to somebody like me is, I'm not going to, whenever I give people information, I always kind of back it up. For example, I'll be talking about the 50-50. But one of the things when I do like tell people about the 50-50, I'm like, go talk to a financial person. I'm not like trying to sell myself. I'm not trying to sell like a service, like, hey, let me give you a consultation. I'm like, talk to your financial person so they can map out, like, for example, retirement for you and your wife. So I'll give a lot of logic and point you in the direction of somebody else. It's not like like I said, I'm not trying to sell you a service or anything like that. So I think if somebody's coming from a genuine space, and you were kind of hitting on that where it's just like, hey, I could give you a solid like background on something, but I'm gonna refer you to somebody else that can help you out further than I am. Like, I'm gonna put my ego to the side. I could show you a little bit, but hey, here's this person. Go talk to this person. They're an expert in this space. Hey, Dusto, he knows this field over here, so go speak to him. So I think if that person is like talking to you and they're referring you and they're removing that ego, then I think the information could be pretty solid at times.
Tell me a couple things that you're good at that you say you're on top of your game.
I would say definitely finances and contracting, because I do acquisitions and procurement. Streamlining businesses, so I do a lot of that type of stuff.
And are you certified? Have you been doing it for a long time? Do you got something that you could actually show? Or
yeah, so I'm definitely certified in my field, and like you said, could definitely got a portfolio of different, like, I'll say industries that I help improve and stuff like that. So I've been definitely doing it for about 20 years now.
20 years.
Yeah.
So because you've been doing it 20 years and you're certified, Does that mean I should listen to you?
Hell no. Well, like you could take basic information, like if you're given general information about something, then yeah, you could take a little bit of it. But I mean, you have to listen to what somebody says. Like I said, they'll kind of give you the cues if they know something, because they'll be like, hey, let me show you like my portfolio, or they'll have something where it could be reference. So they're just not kind of like I said, selling you something, like the car salesman type approach. They should have some credentials that's backed by something else, like some awards or something that they could refer you to, like, hey, talk to this individual.
Would it be a surprise if, let's just say, me, for example, in the real world, I don't have a job, I'm broke, I live in the back of the car. But hypothetically, if I just happen to work for the government and work in contracting just like you, and I called you and asked you something, and you were telling me something, and I thought it was wrong, and you just say, man, I've been doing this for 20 years. You better listen to me. Could there be a disconnect?
Yeah, there'd definitely be a disconnect in that case.
What do you think that disconnect might be? Just curious.
When you talk about the individual that's like just shooting it down, like, hey, I've been doing this for.
Or I asked you a question, and then I'm like, well, hold up. Should I really do that? I'm kind of curious about what you're saying. Then you come back, slam me with the sledgehammer. I've been in this game 20 years. How you going to tell me? Could you see how I might not want to listen?
Yeah, absolutely. You be hitting on this a lot. That's bad communication. Because I mean, I don't care who you are. You don't know. You're not 100% on anything. You ain't gonna have the answer for everything. So, hear somebody out. It might be a solid point, and kind of like you said, it's like it might not be solid, but it's just like at least at that point, if I'm hearing you out, I might get better buy-in from you. If you're a subordinate or even like a peer at the workforce, it's like, hey, I heard you out. Took the information, but at the end of the day, I don't have to, tell you that your point is invalid. I could just, when we move away from each other, I'm gonna go and, process my information. I'm gonna move the way I need to move, but I don't got to make you feel like bad, in that case. That's definitely bad communication.
Somebody's challenging you already. Hey, Travel One, you tell me, should we listen to him?
Travel One, like, hell no.
Travel One also said, well, and welcome to the stage, Travel One. Welcome, Lady Navoa, American Negro. Chris, shout out to you. Chris, we did a show on interview. I see you're looking for work. There's a show we did on how to do interviews. Check that one out. Praying for you. You're going to land what it is that you're looking for. It's going to happen. Be positive.
Chris, looking at Border Patrol and TSA. They hiring like crazy.
I worked for TSA before. It was a shout out, Lover Girl Brownie. I worked for TSA before. The bad thing, it is one in negative environment. 2, it takes a while to get hired. The good thing is that it's federal, and once you get on there, you can move on, especially having security experience. But it might take some time. That's where I started, to be honest. Well, I really don't have a job, but you know, y'all who know me know the story. But Border Patrol, if you're willing to move, one of my best friends works there. It's by his 3rd year, been 6 figures, ever since, down at the border. Put that you're willing to work in the worst locations, you can get hired faster. But it is a process. Think there's an age requirement. I don't know how old you are, but look at CBP, look at TSA. Apply for both. Do the whole headache of that whole process. Oh, but you shouldn't listen to me. Oh, Jerk.
See, that was a prime example. There you go.
You shouldn't listen to Jerk either. Nope.
No, Chris, listen to Dust though. Solid guy. But you gave the reference though. You're like, look, I worked there. You gave the federal government, like, you can move around. So that's how you connect the dots for somebody. So if I was like listening to that and you kind of presented it like that, I'll be like, you know what? I know he's on to something.
Yeah, I don't personally get offended when people don't listen. How can I say it? There's a communication piece. I used to be a caveman. I ain't gonna lie. Was not a
listener. Red pill raging.
Just I was a caveman, and it was like, I trust me. I don't tell people stuff in bad faith. People who know me know that. If I say something, trust to somebody that I know, trust me, I believe in what it is that I'm saying. But I used to be just say something, and if they don't take it, see, you're messed up. You don't want to listen. All right, fine then. You're gonna lose. I used to be like that, but I didn't understand. People don't see what you see. They don't feel what you feel, and timing just might not be for them to receive it. Or maybe ask a couple questions. Well, how come you didn't believe what it was that I said? So why do you think this other way is better than this way? Or why is it that you want to do what you do or don't want to do? It might be they just don't believe in themselves. They don't understand the actual information. And because I'm a meatball head, they don't want me to keep talking and giving them more information because they don't like the way I'm talking to them to begin with. So I had to learn, hey, I got to work on myself to become more influential. Doesn't matter if I got all the credentials in the world. They don't want to come to me because they don't want to hear my mouth. Oh man, sound like I needed some work to do. And I can't lie, I'm still a little bit like that.
Me too. I'm getting better. I'm working on it.
Sometimes I just don't care. I really don't. In these spaces on the dust panels, yes, I'm still like that. I give them a shot, but once I kick the troll button or once the dustometer goes off, I'm gonna say whatever I want to say, how I want to say it. I don't care if they're listening or not.
But do you think like when you what you were kind of mentioning, when you're like we're coming at people like that, and you said you changed and stuff, or you trying to? Do you think it was like because you care too much a little bit?
Sometimes it can be frustrating. Jerk comes up, hey man, how you do? Yo, Dusto, how do you do? Or Scam Likely, how do you do? And then I tell you, then you don't listen, man. That ain't it. I just told you, and you just asked me. Yeah, but that man, you talking that stuff. You a simp. Once I hear that, oh, it's on. Let the dust begin. Okay,
that's your trigger word. You said
you asked me something. I gave you the answer, and you taking a shot. Oh, okay. Time for dust. Or sometimes in real life, I'm like that. Somebody asks me something, or they're talking about a problem, I'm giving them a solution. They know me. They know, but then they want to take a shot. Oh, I'm gonna fire off on them and just not care. I'm even getting better at that because you got to realize people say or do what they do for a reason, and people are not obligated to listen to you. And sometimes, y'all egos aside, they might not see you as that person, or at least they don't see you as that person at that time. And it just is what it is.
I don't know about that, man. I think they see it, but I think there's a little bit of hate in there, man, where they want to try to push your buttons.
Hey, bring it on.
Now, I do agree with you. I had to get better because I think I did care. Like a lot of people, I was like real forceful a little bit, like especially like bombarding them with information. Then I just kind of, like you said, you had a good point where I just had to start realizing like some people just don't care. They don't want to take that information and stuff like that. So, I had to learn how to like separate from that a little bit, give them some space, just give the information and just keep it pushing. If they want to follow up with you, then you keep yourself open to the point where like you're going to give them some information, but you just can't do too much. So I definitely had to work on that myself.
Question. What's something you're not so good at, but you know a little bit of something?
I would say as far as like, would you say like I mean, I don't have a lot of patience for I'm just gonna be honest, like whiny guys.
Well,
So
I mean,
when
like,
I see, okay, go ahead.
I was gonna say something like contracting. You're all pro. Been in the game 20 years. You probably know your stuff. What's something you may not know that much about, or know a little bit about, but you're not just a stamped go-to guy. If you want to know contracting, go see Jerk. What's something you may be average at?
I'm trying to think of my job. I would say like as far as like finance laws and stuff like that, the finance portion. So like know a little bit, but that's not my realm. You know, like I said, I'm on a contract legal component of it. So yeah, I'll say finances, budgeting.
Okay, question. You're not the expert, but if I come to you and I got a budget question and it's something that you know, I'm saying, hey, can this contract cross all 3 fiscal years? And you not the pro, but you know the answer. So you give me an answer, and I come back, man, what you talking about? You a contract guy. What you know about budget? How would you take it?
No, I'd be like, you know, here's the information. I'm not gonna take it hard because, like you said, I mean, honestly, it's not my lane. So, you know, I'm not gonna get worked up if somebody, you know, doesn't take that information. But I'm like, hey, I'm pretty sure of it. You know, here's the information. Here's where it's referenced. You know, and I'll point them in that direction where they could like validate the information, or I'll be like, I'll even have a point of contact. You know, because typically I have people that I go to for certain situations. So I'll be like, hey, if you don't believe me, you could even go talk to so and so over in budget. They could kind of confirm it, or I might be wrong. If I am, come back and give me the right information. So that's typically how I approach those type of issues.
What if it's something obvious like, hey, we ran out of money in fiscal year 24, so we're just going to use this fiscal year 22 money, and we're just going to pay this invoice. And
Like,
can you sign right?
Like, yeah, you got to get all of us arrested. So nah, I definitely know that one. But I'm like, look,
But hold up, you said you're working contract. You don't know nothing about no budget. Hey, just sign. Come on, man, just sign right here. You don't know what you're talking about. Why should I listen to you?
because my name is gonna go on this contract, so we ain't gonna go that path. But just to give you some reassurance, we're gonna call up budget. We can have a quick meeting, and they could like spell it out for you. So I'm just real big on like always kind of looping in the experts, even though, like you said, you might have some solid information about whatever subject, because like you said, you're going to touch certain things, you know, even like I'm in contract and I'm going to come across budget and legal, you know, just for a lot of this stuff being repetitive. But I'm still like certain people, like you said, they're just difficult. They don't want to take anything from certain individuals, even though you're pretty solid in your field, whatever, you know, a lot of stuff. They just always want to hear that explanation from somebody else. So you, like you said, you can't take it personal. Just put that person on the phone, because if not, you're going to have some back and forth. You're going to drive yourself crazy. You might snap on them. So wouldn't recommend that.
If anybody wants to come up, the link is in the chat. I don't know how to pin it to the, I don't know how to do all that pinning to the, whatever you call it, to where you can see it, but it's in the chat. My technology game and my StreamYard game is garbage. Oh, I'm being trolled. This Cam wants to get the FBI involved. Don't answer these questions. No, I'm just asking because like what I see is this. You can get good advice from bad people, bad advice from good people. You can be misled by credible sources, or you can get, I mean, the highest level is influential people as far as who you want it, because you know them, you like them, you trust them. You usually got some form of credibility why you know them, like them, and trust them. Like if I were asking for dating advice, I would probably go to someone who's successful in dating, or somebody who I believe and perceive, not just successful at dating, but has that actual information or actual relationship guy. I might well talk to Jerk. You've been married how many years?
About 20 years.
20 years. 20 years in the game. Would you consider yourself successfully married or hanging on by a thread? You can't stand that person.
Successfully married, man.
Successfully married. The reason I would consider him successfully married, I don't hear him up here crying and yelling at. When was the last time you yelled at women?
Never.
So you don't just yell and blame everything on black women?
Nah. Try to blame self first.
So it's not the government's fault if something goes wrong in the household?
Hell no.
And would you say the people around you have benefited from a lot of things that you said, or the way that you carry yourself as far as in a relationship?
Oh, absolutely.
I might well listen to that as a credible source. One, the attitude is positive, possibly has the results, the experience, and comes with comes genuine. Shout out to My Reed. Welcome to the show. Comes in good energy and has a take it or leave it approach, isn't trying to force his will. If you don't do this, you're going to be single for the rest of your life. You're just dusty. I don't see the type of energy. What I was going to say, have you ever taken advice from people who weren't experts?
No, I have. Yeah. If they got solid information, like you said, they might not be an expert, but like just even in, talk about contracting, it's just, you might have somebody that's like closer to I'll say the day-to-day work where, me being in a leadership role, I'm kind of out of the loop and stuff. So, you might need to go to them to get like, the questions. Cause it's like, you're not going to have that type of information. You're looking at it from like a more of a strategic level versus, the person that's doing the day-to-day work. So yeah, I typically will go to them, and ask them questions, even though they might be like junior employees or something.
Yeah, I just know out in my life, I'm 43 years old. Probably look like I'm 33. Shout out to all the single ladies out there. Yeah. No, I've had people hold these high titles or some for the or number one, parent. Old school way is you listen to your parents, mama, daddy, they can never do no wrong. You better listen to them and I found out they don't know everything. Then later on, you get grown, they tell you, hey, I don't know everything. Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought I was, but you told me, but we were taught to listen to our parents. Some of it was wrong. It is what it is.
Facts.
Dating wise, I got some of the best advice from dusty people. One of my friends told me this when I was in my 20s. Still rings in my brain. We were arguing because he was more on the imitation Pookie side, and I was more on the square nerd side. And I'm in college, and I realize a lot of women, they date anything, but then there's these classy, nice women. They want somebody like me. Now I couldn't keep them, but I could get them. I get my foot in the door, and then I just screw it up. It just be yeah. But I'm like, I can get these women, and you can't. He's like, no, I can get more women than you think I can. Like, how? Because they don't want that. They want this. They don't want. It's like scam likely. I can get more women than you think I can because I can get the type of woman you want because I can pretend to be you long enough to get what it is that I want. Problem was I knew he was telling the truth. But later on, it helped me to understand 30, 33 years old, all these women is bruised and scarred and everything. People like him did that to him, and I need to understand that. Versus always being all this prejudging and just thinking everything is right and wrong, black and white. People go through things. But him explaining that to me helped me to open my mind and stop being judgmental and thinking everything is so black and white. Was he married? No. Was he a Macosaurus? No. Shady dude, semi-shady, but it was still good advice. It was still beneficial. But there's some people holding titles. I've been scammed out of money before. They held a big title, nice suit and tie, glowing in the dark. Oh, I'm Big Money Jones, Big Money Smith. They were lying. That money gone. Never seen them, the suit, the tie, the fake credentials, none of that. I'm talking little stuff, nothing big. But yeah, this is gonna be a short show. I ain't gonna be up here all night. But
no, that's a good I like what you're saying, man, because yeah, I think a lot of time, man, people just get addicted to like status, titles, and then somebody like you said, they have a level of like all that stuff. People just buy into it, man. Like what they call them false prophets, man. So yeah, you definitely, like I said, you got to beware who's talking to you, what direction they leading you to, because some of the people you think won't scam you and stuff, shit, they be the main ones. So definitely, you got to beware of that.
Yeah, me personally, most common, people do business with people, and people listen to people they know, they like, and they trust and respect. Unfortunately, add in there, people listen to people that they fear. That's not on document, but you see it. People listen to people that they fear. High percentage of people have low confidence and don't believe in themselves. This is a high population. Who are they listening to? A lot of times, people that they fear. I'm just saying. What you think, Jerk?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I think fear, for many reasons, like you said, not just physical fear, but the fear to go against the grain. So we see a lot of stuff. Like people don't believe half this stuff, even online, but they see the numbers over in a section, they're definitely going to go in that lane, just because that's the popular thing to do. So yeah, people are scared to go, like I said, go against the grain, even though they don't believe none of that shit.
Black women always give excellent advice. Not all of them, but shout out to Black women. We love Black women over here. Welcome, Easy Money.
What's good, Easy?
Welcome, Vaughn Bryant.
What's good, Vaughn?
I say this, and I see it and actually hear it direct on a lot of dust panels. Surprisingly, I learn a lot from dust panels.
What you learn from those? You gotta break that down for us.
I didn't know that there was such a fear of shame, that there was such a need of acceptance, that a lot of people are willing to follow anything, at least for a short period of time. And they're willing to go along with the flow and go with the crowd just to maintain that feeling based on fear. So 5 people in the room, it could be saying capital negative BS. Person number 6 is going to go along. Yep, that's how them women's is. That's how the men's is. Yep, that's how you make money. Yep. Yep. Because they got a fear of being shamed or somebody calling them out and receiving that negative energy. More people are like that than are not. And you see it in real time. And somebody like me, big mouth, unfiltered and reckless. Not only will I call them out for not saying nothing, but also the other 5. And I want to go 1 on 6. No problem doing it. But most people, that's just how they are. And keep in mind, you never know the details of people's upbringing and beliefs when communicating with them. That is absolutely true. And that's the thing that I try to, I'll talk about upbringing a lot. I'm against corporal punishment. I'm against shame, and I'm against neglect, the 3-headed monster that damages people. But upbringing, people have a belief of what they already know as you talk to them or as they ask their questions. And a lot of times we don't take the time to understand why they asked what they asked or where they actually come from. Now, Jerk, he got to do it. He a parent, so you have to sit and listen and understand the whys, the hows, and what are you thinking, what are you feeling. You got to do that. And he's a spouse, so he got to do all that.
Yeah, you definitely got to do it if you're a parent and a spouse, man. But no, I see your actions. Like you said, you definitely listen and you ain't scared to give pushback. That's why a lot of times I call you up to get on the panels and stuff. Oh, you want to read this comment? That's funny as hell.
My read, I think shout out to Black woman might be a YouTube trigger phase. My read, we do positive stuff over here. This channel, I might not have all the flashy stuff and all them sounds, but we're going to talk positive. We're going to communicate. We're going to listen. And we're going to do some critical thinking over here. I don't care if it's 2 people watching or 2 people on the panel. That's not negotiable. So shout out to you and thank you for coming.
But Scam, let me ask you real quick. So as far as these YouTube conversations, where do you think, because it's been about a good
couple years,
2 years and something. Yeah. So where they need to start heading to as far as these, I say gender war conversations?
A conversation requires listening. It's supposed to go back and forth. And even with the topic, why should I is anybody doing any listening? And I'm going to start with men. Men, you came into place. This man obviously is based on failed results. That's the manosphere is founded on. Maybe if you listen to the very woman, listen to the 304s, the Nation of Wigwam, listen to the wives, Even the scam master, traditional, whatever's pitching whatever, just keep listening. And you'll hear something that's probably beneficial. But no listening, no conversation. You ain't listening to them. Why should they listen to you? That's another big reason. Why should I listen to you if you won't even listen to me? And people are wired for vengeance, and people are wired for chaos anyway. Oh, I tried to talk and you wouldn't let. Okay, fine. Now I'm gonna troll you. Or hey, I wasn't finished what I was saying. Or hey, that wasn't what I said. You're not listening to them. They can't listen to you. But gender war, where is it headed? It's headed in the gutter. That was always the destination. Some active listening could help. Some critical thinking could help, which listening comes before critical thinking because you need something to think about. Better questioning. Why? How? Why do you think this is true? How did you come up with that conclusion? That requires more listening. And some of it, listen to people regardless of who they are. Because you can learn something from, and honestly, I've learned a lot from Dusty's. And I know that if I were wearing their shoes, I might even be dustier. I'm fortunate and I'm blessed. Grew up the way I grew up. But if I was born 3 hospital beds down to the right, I might be just, yeah. No judgment, I'm just saying. I like this comment.
You talk about easy. Oh,
I'm gonna pull him up too. Listen equals silent. Notice when Jerk's talking, I'm not talking over him. I'm not pushing back on everything he says. I might just ask why, how. So what you got? I'm just saying. Learn things from these panels too. These men will tell you not to simp for women. Why simp?
yeah.
Decided to pull black. If I don't hear anything relatively positive, intellectually stimulating. It's literally the same conversation we had since leaving the planet. You are correct. There was a video that Mandrell and Shamaria pulled up from 1968. Same conversation, same talking points, same thing. I found video from 86 and 89, I think. Same talking points, same conversation. Yes, it's scary. Done a lot of research. Found traditional doesn't mean what it think. Oh, we beat up traditional last week on and y'all subscribe to Sophisticated Jerk and Manic Genius channel. It's called Manic Sophistication. Drop the link in the chat. We beat up on that traditional thing. It's misleading, and I don't like when people try to throw a standard out there to shame people. Say if you're not doing this, you're wrong. That's not the way. Find out who people are individually, and then find out what they're trying to obtain, and try to guide them to what it is. Just like the last example, my useless video. Yeah, I just didn't like the audio one. I don't like hearing my voice on replays. But that was a person demonstrating they're listening and they're trying to guide somebody to a destination based on who they are. That's a thing that I'd like to see in leadership. Like if I were to call Jerk, man, these women's, I'm single, I'm trying to get to where you are. First thing he'd probably do is start asking me what I'm looking for, asking me about me, then where I'm doing, where I'm going, and then try to guide me into that versus beat me with the standard. Like, you're not traditional, are you? Are you paying 100% of bills? No, just no. But just be careful about these so-called standards and get in line and everybody fit in this box. No, we different. Some stuff is basic. Attraction, communication, conversation, positivity, which doesn't exist that much around these spaces. That's the stuff that's needed and that's universal. But other than that, we got to find what works for each other. For me and Jerk, we're two different people. Some might work for him, not work for me. But like I said, it's gonna be a short show, and I'm hungry. But Yeah, I'm thinking about changing the layout, how I do things. Might push more shorter videos, just little concepts. Then we might react to them, talk to them. Might start bringing a couple controversial things. Not gonna do back and forth talking point mafia stuff. No, but I might have some stuff that's a little more debatable because I'm looking to bring different type of energy. But it's not going to be chaotic with these same talking points. That's outlawed over here. Any final thoughts you might want to drop, Sophisticated Jerk, on the topic? Well, first of all,
Oh, go ahead.
Where can we find you at? What's going on the Manic Sophistication show? Let me give you the big screen.
No, I appreciate it. Yeah. So on the Manic Sophistication, we use kind of celebrity news to try to get like to a deeper discussion. But one of the things we make sure we do is just like, we have like females on there, guys that come on the panel too, and everybody has their own viewpoint, and we don't try to shame nobody. We'll crack some jokes and stuff, but we make sure we hear everybody out. And one thing I like about, I say the people we got on the show, because Dusto will be pulling up there and other people also. It's like, hey, if he got a good point, we gonna be like, you know what, he got it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't scared to be like, you know what, we was wrong. We going on that side. So, we do a lot of that stuff, and do movie reviews over there to try to show like different, man. We ain't got to stay in the gender war space, man. We'll do like movie reviews, have discussions about the movie and stuff. So that's pretty much our platform. And I just wanted to say, Dusto, these are great conversations because it's definitely needed. So I appreciate you taking a charge on this. Anytime you have something, man, I'm gonna pull up. I can't wait to see what you're gonna throw out there as far as the critical thinking conversations.
Yeah, I might actually need some help on a couple of them. But
easy pull up.
Yeah, easy pull up anytime. But I just noticed he put this. When my show drops, I'll send you the link. Just did my first episode yesterday. Okay. Easy. Whatever you need, whenever, wherever, let me know. Vaughn Bryant asked when the next live. Probably gonna do Wednesdays on a regular. But I'm undecided, and I'm probably start doing shorter shows. But so my sister's coming into town, so I probably won't be on YouTube like that the next few days. Got family in town. Welcome, Marcus. Coming at the last minute.
Shout out to Marcus.
But yeah, not gonna keep y'all long tonight. Long story short, you get to choose who you want to listen to. That's your choice. Don't judge yourself out of good information. Don't ego yourself out of good information. And ask questions why. Ask more questions to get deeper if you don't understand. Critical thinking is always to be challenged. It's always to be expanded on. Sometimes you just don't know until you ask the third, fourth, or fifth question, or really get to the understanding of why and how. And I see a lot of it in this space. They're already thinking they got the information or got it closed, and they got it off of some statistics and data, and they never went and asked why, never went and asked how. Or they ruled people out or ruled people in that shouldn't have been in because they just heard that they got the bag and they heard this, and really they're a crook. Or they ruled somebody out who's actually giving some good information because how they felt or one or two things that they heard. Be careful who you listen to, but make sure you are always listening. Become a better listener. That's all I got. But anyway, once I find the button, this show is actually over.
All right. Peace, everybody. Thanks again, Dusto.
Peace out.